This is Module 1, Lesson 9, and what we're taking a look at today is the relationship between adjectives and nouns. Nope, this isn't your grammar lesson, this is your math lesson. So when we take a look at these words that we have here, so we have tenths, and we're adding it to tenths, and we've got 3 and we have 4, and they match because these are tenths. When you're thinking about like adding fruit, for example, if somebody asked you how many apples do you have, and you happen to have in your hands or in your bag, you've got 3 apples and you have 4 oranges, could you really tell them that you have 7? Because they asked you about how many apples you have. Could you have added them together? It would be kind of confusing. If you happen to have 3 in one bag and 4 in another, and they're both apples, those you can add together. Just like this, we can add 3 tenths, and we can add 4 tenths to that, and we're going to get 7 tenths, because that doesn't change. Now when we kind of cruise on down a little bit, and we take a look at this one right here, we've got 27 hundredths. And so if we have, oops, didn't mean to knock that up. If we have 27 hundredths, we know that in order to put it into the hundredths place, we've got a decimal there. And then if we're going to add to that 7 more hundredths, here's your decimal. We have nothing in the tenths place. It's kind of like we're dealing still only with apples, because we could say that oranges would be the same as tenths because it's something different then, and we'd have to add them up by putting them together. So in this case, we've got 7 hundredths plus 7 hundredths. We know 7 plus 7 is going to get us 14. And so whenever you have 10 or more, it gets carried over to the next one. So it becomes tenths. So we had 10 100ths and 4 more, so we had 14. So we take that 10 and we put it up here. So now we've got 1 plus 2, so we've got 3 in the tenths place. So it's going to be 34 hundredths, we know. So what did we get? We got 3 tenths, and we had 4 hundredths, which gets us a total, we found, of 34 hundredths. Next one we've got is down here. Taking a look. 8 thousandths. 8 thousandths. So that's going to look like, let's grab the pencil again. It's going to look like 8 thousandths. So if we have 8 thousandths, we know we're going to have nothing. Why is the pencil not working? So we're going to have nothing in the tenths place. We're going to have nothing at all in the hundredths place, and this is telling us that we have 8 in the thousandths place. Now it's saying that we've got 8 more thousandths that we're adding to that. So we're going to put in 8 in the thousandths place. And in addition to that, we happen to have 6 ones. So we know our decimal is going to line up so that we're adding tenths to tenths, hundredths to hundredths, and thousandths to thousandths. This is saying that we're going to have 6 whole ones. So that's over here. So we have to kind of put them in order based on their identity. So now we can say we've got at least 10 here, right? Because 8 plus 8 is 16. So we're going to have a 1 in the hundredths place, because 16, you've got 10 of something, and so you take that 10 and it carries over to the next side. We've got the 6 that lands here because it's 16. Now we say 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 tenths is still 0 tenths. Then we bring our decimal, 6 ones and 6 ones, well, is 6, because we had a 0 here. We had no ones at all in this first piece it was telling us to add. So now if it's only asking how many thousandths, we're going to have 6 in the thousandths place. 6 in the thousandths place. And so the others, that's all it's asking, right? It's not asking how many ones, how many hundredths we have. So now the next thing we're going to be looking at is a different method. This, as far as your parents' idea of things, standard algorithm. This was kind of the old school thing. And I've been demonstrating it for you here off to the side. The kind of other method that gets used, I'm going to kind of show you here, but that's not what it's asking for. So if you've got one of those place value charts, here's your decimal. So we know in our place value chart, this is like the ones place. It's right over here to the left of the decimal. And then I'm going to put a T for tenths, an H for hundredths. I'm going to go ahead and put an O for ones, because that's how you spell ones, O-N-E-S. Now we know that if we kind of do this at the standard algorithm, we're going to have 0.7 plus 0.4. Let's fix that plus sign. 4/7 plus 4/10 plus 7/10. We know that's going to add up to more than 10 because we know 3 plus 7 gets us 10. So 4 plus 7 is going to get us 11. So we've got a 1, and then we've got another 1 that comes over here to the next place value over. So we have a whole 1 and 1/10 left over. So if we kind of take a look at it at this, and we say 4/10, and I'm going to use different colors here. Let's give this a try. Haven't tried that yet. We'll go red. And if we have 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And now we're going to add 7 more, and we'll use a different color for that. Now we'll use a blue. And then we're going to add 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And now I'm going to use a black to kind of show you how they group together in that case. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I make a circle around my 10, so there's 10 of them here, we know that that's going to get moved on over because 10/10 makes a 1. So we can say there's 1 here, and it's right here, see, in the ones place, and then here's our extra 10th that's a leftover. Here's our leftover right here. So now I'm going to do it again, and we'll take a look at this one right here. Let's go back to orange. We have, in this case, we have 2 ones. So let's make our chart again. Here's the decimal. Let's make another line here so we've got the decimal separated. Here's the tenths. Here's the hundredths. So O for 1, T for tenths, H for hundredths. And so now when we go through and we chart this out, we're going to start with the red again, just like we had. And so we think about if we have 2 ones, there's 1, 2 ones, and we have no tenths at all, and we have 4 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 7 hundredths also. And so we'll do the 7 hundredths again with the blue. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So when we go to lump them together and check out what we get, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 in the hundredths. And we know that's going to carry on over because 10 won't fit there. So that means we're going to have a whole 1. And then we've got a leftover here. That's going to be a 1. and then we have 2 here, that's going to mean that we've got 2 in the ones place. So our answer then is 2 and 1100ths. And if we do the old school way, you go 2 decimal 0 tenths 4 hundredths, and we're adding. Here's what we're adding. We're adding no ones. We have to include our decimal. We're adding no tenths, and we're adding 7 hundredths. So when we add 4 plus 7, we know 7, 8, 9, 10, that's just 3 of them. So we've got 1 left over, and we carry because it's 11. 7 plus 3 is 10, so 7 plus 4 is 11. We say 1 plus 0 plus 0, 1 decimal, 2 plus 0 is 2. So our answers match. So also too, let's go ahead and go to this harder one here, and we'll just do it with the straight up standard algorithm. We have 56 and 4 hundredths. We're going to add to that. We've got 3 and 7 hundredths. And then when we go to add, we're looking at 4 plus 7 again, that's 11. Carry 1 decimal. 6 plus 3 is 9, and you've got your 5. So 59 and 11 hundredths is your answer. So what I would like for you to work on today for the problems you're going to bring back in the morning, they are right here. So I would like you to do one of these. You could either do number 1, you could make that as a choice, number 1, and do A and B, or you could do number 2, and that would also be A and B. You choose. Have a great night. Thanks.